Imagine painting your face and sneaking across a jungle in camouflage, being savage at hand-to-hand combat, putting people to sleep with no trace. No, I am not talking about Rambo. I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the game I believe to be the best stealth game ever made. Stealth was my favorite genre for a long time, mainly because of the early Hitman games. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin is still one of my favorite games. It might still be the best stealth game out there, but it is 25 years old. It was way ahead of its time, but it is finally showing its age. The original Snake Eater is also 20 years old. It was a classic, and the remake tries to capture all the charm while having modern gameplay elements and looking extra pretty as well. You get dropped into a jungle with nothing, basically naked, which is great because you play as Naked Snake. You need an advanced degree to keep up with all the snakes in the series, but for now we have just the one snake and he is naked. Snake's intro is grand in traditional Metal Gear fashion. I love the first few cutscenes. It sets the stage so well, and because it takes a while for you to actually start playing, it builds the anticipation and the excitement, and then you get dropped into this dangerous but beautiful world. My first impressions of Snake Eater wasn't very good. It doesn't run all that well, it isn't very well optimized. The last Metal Gear Phantom Pain was buttery smooth. I was expecting that kind of smoothness to gameplay coupled with classic Metal Gear charm, but this is different. It definitely still has the classic Metal Gear charm though. Meta references, meta jokes, long cutscenes. It's a standard spy plot but with Kojima's own spin to it. Kojima wasn't involved with the remake, but this is a faithful remake, so it feels like the original. You can even play with the original color palette. Other than that, expect a lot of double takes, double crosses, lens flares, close-ups, and just wacky, over-the-top action all over. That's one thing I love about this series. It is so goofy sometimes. The Easter eggs, the sometimes cheesy cutscenes, but it is still very clever. If it's your first time playing Snake Eater, it's different from modern day stealth games. It's not a massive sandbox where you can run around and be creative. The game wants you to follow a certain path and you can't really deviate from it. The game's path is pretty good, thankfully. That's one of the many things that will make you feel like you are playing a game from the 2000s. The world is separated into many sections. You clear out or sneak through one area, then a small loading screen, then you go on to the next area. It's basically an FPS game without a lot of shooting. Hitman Absolution had a game design like this and it was hated because of it. But for a Metal Gear game, it works, and plus the world is just next level. Konami tried out modern level design with Phantom Pain where you had a big, mostly empty map, but it allowed you to infiltrate areas from anywhere. You could be as creative as you wanted, along with the flawless stealth mechanics. But it's not to say Snake Eater's game design is flawed or even outdated. Stealth gameplay mechanics are amazing. Level design is different, yeah, but the world is so well built, you won't want more freedom for the most part. You'll enjoy it for what it actually is. Gameplay is Snake Eater's strength, and the story and the humor, of course. You can see why I like this game so much. You're either trying out the incredible gameplay mechanics or you are in the middle of a cutscene which are great throughout. I said they were long earlier, but let me tell you again, they are long. Regular cutscenes and codec calls as well. Not necessarily cutscenes, but they can take forever. They are jam-packed with Easter eggs and are funny for the most part. The plot is strong, but it's not something out of the ordinary for the spy genre. Cutscenes can be a little cheesy, but that just comes with this series. The game wants you to take it seriously and not too seriously at the same time. One second you're fighting for your life and the next this chick rides a bike off the roof. Ocelot is this game personified. Capable and dangerous but keeps showing up, is very goofy and makes a fool out of himself a lot. Snake isn't a legend, he is pretty capable but not invincible. is very likable here, fits the tone of the game like a glove. The overall plot is nothing groundbreaking, it's a classic spy tale with plenty of its own twist. It's historical fiction, they do not shy away from anything. The over the top stuff doesn't really seem all that over the top if you compare it with our actual world. So it feels like satire at times, but it hits hard as well. Let's move on to gameplay. It's a little weird at times because they've clearly tried to keep the original's charm. So a lot of the good and some annoying little things have made their way into the remake while also bringing it up to 2025 standards. I still think Phantom Pain was the peak. Gameplay was just on another league. Doesn't matter which genre, very few games are that damn smooth. Venom Snake was a treat to control. Getting stuck on things or him doing something you didn't want to doesn't happen at all. Snake Eater is just as good but in a different way. If you like the original's gameplay or you like how games before 2014 played, you won't have any problems here. You can walk, crouch, roll, prone, and they are easy to transition. Camera angles are a little awkward sometimes. When you're crawling through dense foliage, the camera angle is nearly useless by design, but the first person camera is better in those sections. Taking cover is frustrating. You don't have a key for it. You have to go rub up on a tree or a wall and hope Snake likes it enough to take cover. Sometimes when you're pushing him against a tree, he'll slip and take cover in the opposite direction. Even after playing through the game, I still don't trust cover in tricky situations. No way. Other than that, sneaking around is amazing. Hand-to-hand combat is brutal. You're basically a black belt judoka throwing people on their head. You'll never get tired of these animations. Guns work amazing when you're sneaking around. If you switch to the first person angle, it is flawless. It's classic Snake Eater as well. Open combat feels wrong here, more than other stealth games in fact, but if you do decide to go that route, gunplay is almost as satisfying. Guns feel heavy, camera switches between aiming and moving works perfectly, which is something you wouldn't expect. Switching between first and third person should be a headache, but it is not even close. Playing it like an FPS game is definitely not the best way though. Gameplay is amazing, but it's still my second favorite thing about Snake Eater. The world is still number one. All you have is this one jungle, but the different terrains and bridges and croc-infested water bodies, it's entertaining to go through. The color palette changes with some locations. The game keeps it fresh even though you're just in one place the whole time. While you can't really explore the world, I am sure you'll enjoy looking and interacting with this world while you're going through other missions. The world is immersive. Forests in video games have trees and dirt and water, but it just doesn't feel right. They usually feel like a vacation spot instead of a dangerous place. Here, it actually does feel dangerous and it actually feels like a forest as well. You have some survival elements, you can hunt and eat, you can be a snake eater, that's one of the first jokes in game. You have healing and surgery elements, they're just menu items but it is there. Survival elements I did have fun with. Healing and surgery is a little annoying having to go to the menu over and over again. A short in-game cutscene would have been better, but well, that's not what the game is about anyway. Going back to the world, each area feels different, impressive considering it's just one big jungle. The original was beautiful, now the remake is even prettier. For me, Snake Eater and Hitman 2 Silent Assassin are the two best stealth games overall. Phantom Pain comes close, but these two are always gonna be my picks. This was me just gushing over Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. Click the video on screen to see the big three stealth series, Hitman, Splinter Cell and Metal Gear compared. If you like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.